So, I finally registered for school. Finally. I didn't actually know that there's actually like a time to where you do it, because it never says a time. So I was like, this morning I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's like 9 o'clock this morning, I'll go and register. And it's like, nope, you can't register. So I thought I was getting denied for some reason. Found out that my register time was at 3. I could do anything after 3 p.m. I was like, well, this is kind of lame. Whatever. I finally registered for school, and the journey to grad school begins. And it's gonna be a hell of a 3 years, I'll tell you that much. It's a lot of work, but I got like 99 credits-ish left. So, which is nice because I like fucked up like 3 years ago when I first went to I live in Wisconsin, so I go to the University of Wisconsin-Parkside. And 3 years ago, I didn't give a fuck. That was the problem with me. I didn't give a fuck, and I quit. Like, I didn't quit going, but I withdrew from all my classes, and like I got academic suspension, and I was just like, I just don't give a fuck. Now, 3 years later, I'm 24, obviously. So, not that you knew that, but I am 24. So, you know, when you look back at it, and you think like, man, I could have been done if I just stuck with it, and I didn't. But you know what? I actually watched this video, and it's called Work. Oh, God, I'll link it to the video. It's like an hour long, but watch it. It's a phenomenal video. It's I think it's called Steady Less, Steady Hard. I don't know. I'll link it down below. It's an hour long, but trust me, watch the whole thing. The dude gives an awesome perspective on life and perspective on how to study, and it's just a phenomenal video. It's an hour long, but trust me, if you give it a little time, he actually gives you some really good advice. And it kind of put it in perspective of what I was doing, because the basis of the video was, you know, after high school, you're supposed to go to college. After college, you're supposed to get a really good job. But that means that your whole 20-something, like from 18 to like 24, 25, you know, even 26, you're in school. You're not really living life. So there's nothing wrong with taking a break, you know, from school. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And it's kind of taboo because, like, if I didn't go to college right away, then people are like, well, why aren't you in school? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? And frankly, I didn't really know what I really wanted to do. Now, granted, I have an associate's degree, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Maybe this isn't right for me. But I have a degree, though. And then when I went to Parkside, I feel like technically I dropped out. So I'm a college graduate, and I'm also kind of a college dropout, too. And this is something that kind of bothered me for like the last 3 years. And now I'm going back. You know, I got 3 years left, so I'll probably be like 27 when I roll out. Hopefully, I can get into. My goal is to get into University of Wisconsin-Madison. That's my goal, because I want to become a physician assistant. So now it comes to a point where I really need to buckle down. I need to study. I need to get this shit right. And because I'm going to put in a lot of money, so hopefully I can get in. And that's my first school choice, is to go to Madison. You know, Badgers would just be awesome. Not living in a dorm room. Here's the thing. Here's some misconception about college, is that you need financial aid. And granted, like 90-something% of all Americans do need financial aid. Me, I'm doing it without financial aid. I'm debt free from my first degree, and I'm gonna be debt free for my next degree. So. And people ask me, how do you do it? How do you spend, you know, upwards of $7 grand a year and not take out financial aid? And here's what I do. My first semester, I'm taking 13 credits. Now, granted, it's 13, but what you can do is you can actually go part-time and then take some, like, okay, so you do 10 credits, and then in the summer you do 6. You're up to 16 already, and you do 10, in the fall. That's 26 credits. So you're actually ahead if you do like 6 credits in the summer. Now granted, they're accelerated and you may not want to do that, but you're 26 credits in. So you can actually benefit a little bit by taking less credits in those spring and fall, and then just go there in the summer, which granted, they're not usually they're not that long. They're like maybe like a month, but they're accelerated, so you're gonna finish pretty quickly. But I mean, if you're down with that, that actually is gonna save you some money. So that's a little pro tip. If you want to save money during the spring and fall, just take a little less and then go during the summer. And that's kind of how I did it. Now, obviously, I probably still go, like I'm taking 13 now. And probably in the summer I'll take like 1 or 2 credits, like, 1 or 2 classes, and then in the fall I'll go right back to what I was doing, So hopefully I hit like 29, close to 30 credits this year, but I don't know, I highly doubt it. I just gotta see how much it's going to cost me, how much of a fat check I gotta write them. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So, you know what? Just, if you gotta take some time off, figure out what you want to do, go do it. As long as you are happy with your life and you figure out what you want to do, that's all that matters. And as always, I hope you enjoyed your video. Thank you so much for watching and liking and sharing and all that good stuff. And as always, I will catch you guys tomorrow before I go to work, because I feel like it's going to be another long and stressful day. See ya!